Alright, this video you're going to learn how to trident mace, which is a bit, it's like a budget elytra mace. You can think of it like as a budget elytra mace because tridents are a bit easier to get than elytras in like servers, because you can get tridents from trial vaults while you're trying to get the mace. So if you happen to get a trident from the trial chambers and you do not have an elytra, try trident macing. Unfortunately, I'll talk about like the disadvantages of trident macing later, but for now I'm just going to show you how to use trident mace. So step one is you get your trident with Riptide 3 and whatever else enchantments you want, like the breaking, and then your mace with Windburst on it, and again with whatever enchantments you want with it, like density. So the first thing you're gonna do is you want to Riptide up, and this is how you get like your mace to do more damage, because if you just go like this, okay, if you like do this, it just doesn't do anything. Like the point of the trident is you go up like, and then you go down and you hit them. It's like elytra macing. Like you go up with an item and then you go down to get that bonus damage with the mace without having to wind charge or doing the wind charge ender pearl trick. So basically you want to make sure it's raining for one, so you can use your Riptide wherever you want and you do not have to be in an ocean. That's like the number one. That's like one of the biggest disadvantages, is that it has to be raining, and if it doesn't rain, this strategy just doesn't work at all. And two, if you want to practice this, make sure you give yourself like a really high resistance, which you can give using the command effect give, and then type in your username or your whatever it's called, time resistance, and then you can automatically type it in. If like say you go resistance, you can press the tab button. If you're playing on console, I have no idea how it works, but and then you go infinite, and then you're gonna just type in like 100, so you just can't die. And then this part's optional, but if you set this thing to true, the particle will not show. Obviously I already had it, so I can't apply it again because I already had it, but that's just for the particle showing. So now if I just go down, I won't take any damage. Alright, anyways, this is how you trident mace. You want to make sure you go up with your Riptide trident, and then that's basically like the first step. You just go up and then just mace. That's like step one. So you Riptide up, and then you prepare your mace, and you try to attack that. And the weather's back to clear, so weather, rain. And then step two is going like up and going down. And don't try to mace with this. It's gonna be really hard. What the heck? Like, yeah, it's gonna be really hard, and it's not even the best way to do it. So you just go up and you go down, and yeah, that's all you need to do. It's just a simple up, down. And the third step you want to do is you want to go up and then down, down. Because you have how high you go up with Riptide, you can Riptide twice when you go down. So you just do this and then down, down. Again, step three is you Riptide up, you Riptide down twice. You Riptide down twice. So once you got the hang of that, here's step four, which is basically you go up, you go down, but then on your second way down, on your second Riptide, you want to switch to your mace and you want to attack. Go down, down, and then you attack, like really quickly. You could also do this with the trident in your offhand, so if you don't want to, if the switching from between the trident and the mace is a little difficult, you can switch your trident to your offhand, but it's a little bit more risky because in like an actual server, you will not have a totem of undying, or I mean, yeah, you won't have a totem of undying or resistance to protect you from this fall damage. So if you're good enough, you can keep this trident in your offhand. But for practice, I would suggest using this because you don't have to switch to your mace, so it's a little bit easier. So that's like the essential, like that's like essentially how you trident mace. You just go down, down, and then you mace. Up, down, down, and then you mace. It's like really hard in the beginning when you're learning this because it's not something you would just not something you can just pick up like easily. I have like some tips for you, like if you're missing a lot, like you're going like this and you just can't seem to like, or like you're going like this and you just can't seem to get where the armor stand is. When you go up, you can put your crosshair like where the hitbox is, which you can turn on using F3 and B. So since it was shown, it would now be hidden, and then you press it, and then this white box should appear around the armor stand, which is where your crosshair can be for it to hit the armor stand. So you go up, place your crosshair in that white box, and then you riptide down where that white box is. You should land like really close to it, or if you're like kind of far away, you can do a little bit above it so you can get further, so you can get like closer to it, like here. Go up. Oh my goodness. But then what the heck? Oh my goodness, what? And if you want to go further, you can just like do like a real, like make sure you're like above them, like really above them, because the further you are, like if I'm back here, right, I can't just put my crosshair on the hitbox because I will not go far enough. So you just have to put a little bit further, and then you hit them with your mace. The good things about this is that it's really effective because with Riptide 3, you go up 40 blocks, which is enough to get the one shot for the mace. That's like more than enough to get the one shot on the mace. I'm not sure if they have like God apples. It might not one shot, or it definitely won't if they have Turtle Master. But this will do, like on an average player, this will one shot them, or at least pop their totem. And the thing is, you can do it again. But with the wind burst, you go up about you do not go up the same amount of blocks as the Riptide. So you're gonna have to. You will go up about like 25 blocks with you go up about like 20 blocks with with Windburst 3. So it's half of Riptide. So you could probably it would probably be better if you do not get Windburst 3 and instead get Windburst like 1, so you can still do the close Riptide and then mace it. Enchant this with Windburst 1. Let's see how different it is compared to Windburst 3. You don't go up as high, but you're able to get more shots. Like, hang on, let's just give me some wind charges. Like, you're able to you don't go up as high, but you're able to like get the better. You're able to combo more with wind charge 1. Like, you might not be able to. You might not be able to do as much damage, but you're able to combo a lot more. Because you're able to just do that. You're able to skip this Riptide and go straight to the second Riptide. Unfortunately, there's just yeah. So I would honestly suggest maybe doing Riptide instead of Windburst 1. You can do Windburst 3, you can do Windburst 1, and that could give you like an upper edge. Obviously, I can't show you me chaining onto it because these guys just die within like the first 3 seconds. Yeah, like that. So you can like, Yeah, I would suggest Windburst 1 because that would really help you chain multiple ripped trident maces. Um, Other than that, I think I explained it all pretty well. The problem is with this mainly is that you have to be it has to be raining. Like if it's not raining, if I like clear the weather right now, you just can't use your Riptide. Hang on, hang on. Like you just can't use Riptide because Riptide only works if you are in water or it's just raining.